Okay. Before we start our today's session, let me use myself. My background is, and then we'll go through one by one. Introduce yourself. Where are you from? What is your background? And then we'll get started with our today's session. Guys, we've been into training since 2007. We all started our career same like most of the people. We were on H1, completed our H1, got our green cards, and started company. We are partners, uh, five five people. Informatica, my colleagues, they do Teradata. Some of them they do SAP trainings. One of the guy does business and business objects. So a group of friends who started this train after office hours. We work our regular just 9 to 5. And, all these trainings and everything is our part time or considered second job. So that's pretty much. I work in Dublin, Ohio, by the way, in a pharmaceutical company. I cannot name client, unfortunately, due to legal reasons. I work in Dublin, Ohio, and I've lived in Ohio since past 5 years. Mute, uh, and you can quickly use yourself, Divya. Where are you from? What's your name? And we'll move on. Divya, go
Hi,
ahead.
Sachin. I'm from Minneapolis. Yeah, I used to be on H4. Now
Okay.
we got our EAD. So
Okay.
yes, some
Cool.
job.
Well, guys, let me tell you this. H1 market is completely screwed. They won't any more H1s. Right. So all the OPTs, CPTs, EPs, green cards. These are the potential consultants available to all hundreds of companies in USA. Advantage of that. Hundreds of requests every month. So many companies that, hey, there is a Informatica position. Do you have any of students? And we are not able to fulfill those requests. We have enough work anymore. It's like back in 2000 2008, there 65,000 people used to land. That's not the case anymore. They accommodate all requirements from within itself. So the hot case right now are university students. We have hundreds of university students in the last couple of years, and now EADs, because the green card process has become and most of the people got this in last 6 months, like 100. So they think the advantage of it. So uh, after training also, please be in touch with us, because your potential jobs, potential positions, not in Ohio, with companies who are across, they to us. See, these one companies, right, guys? They training companies to find the potential candidates. On Dice.com, cop2cop.com, benchfolks.com, there are no more resumes anymore. All the with the training. Okay, so introduce you at the end of the session. In the last session, we'll introduce you to these companies. You can talk to them. You can find out what package they are giving, what insurance benefits they are giving, blah blah blah, and you can decide who is the best employer and which suits your requirements. Bring out more and more information as we progress, guys. This is to let you know, take the advantage of market conditions. Market, the quarter is open. You will be a lot of questions in couple weeks once February comes in. Budgets will be released. More clients in US, all the budget in the month of February, first quarter. And you will see a lot of positions on Informatica, every field actually, not only Informatica, AP, Informatica, uh, all .NET, SharePoint, advantage of that. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm from Dallas and I'm on EAD, so I'm looking for to start my career. So
Fantastic.
yeah.
Parinita,
Yeah, hi. I'm from California. I just completed my master's and I'm on OPT now. I'm
Okay.
looking for
You're hot cake right now.
a job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, sir.
uh, um, in Omaha, Nebraska.
Mm-hmm.
Both oral for almost 7 years now.
Okay.
People and forms and codes, and I also worked in Informatica for 2+, and
Okay.
currently we have a job which needs the Informatica resources.
Okay.
So it's involved in that project, so I'm trying to get knowledge on it.
Just would be piece of cake for you by getting your experience.
Okay.
And you will know more about it as we advance in the
Right.
classes. Saurabh?
Hey guys, Florida now. I did my master's and trying to get into informatica.
Know about Saurabh?
I'm an H4, but I'm interested in learning Informatica.
Okay. Sevi? Shri?
Yeah, can
Yeah.
you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, now you can hear me. Okay. Yeah, hi everybody. I'm Sridevi. I live in Dallas, Texas, and I've been from past 8 years in Verizon and the Bank of America. And right now, I'm looking for new projects. I'm in projects and get to learn Informatica also. Yeah.
Cool. And guys, students from Dallas area, we have a very strong base in Dallas. We work with 3 different vendors in Dallas, and they are like prime vendor to JPMC, PepsiCo, and NSF for Informatica. So please take the advantage of that as we'll be sharing those information to the training, and we want you to directly talk to those business development managers or account managers and use that, hey, we got trained from such and looking for Informatica positions. They will understand and they will know what are the next steps.
So you said that's KPMG and another one?
NSF is a cargo company, railway cargo company. It's a Shweta?
I'm from California and I work for UCST. Currently, I'm on Oracle 10G database and I would like to know Informatica so that I can switch in the future.
Cool. So guys, let me go ahead and switch on the share. Now, before I start, guys, let me explain you something about this WebEx application. I think a couple of people, they already know WebEx, but I think most of them, they're not aware application. Now, this WebEx application, it's for online sharing the documents, sharing the screen, sharing presentations, etc., etc. Now, I'll be sharing my screen, and you will be able to see our desktop here in our lab. So, okay, to see our screen, there is a PowerPoint presentation going on currently. Now, in between, I'm explaining something. You have a question. Okay, in order to ask a question, if you look at your side, there will be a small hand button. Okay, the application, there will be a small hand button. If you see hand button, let me stop the screen share and let me show you. So on the hand side, on the right panel, you will have a small hand. When you get hand, what happens on my side is I can see that, okay, this person has some question and I need to unmute and then you can talk. Because right now everybody is on mute. Even though if you're talking, I cannot hear you. Okay? See hand button and unmute you and then you ask your question. Able to find hand button, simply type in your question in the chat window at the bottom. Okay, put that question straight away, that question will come to me. Okay, and the drop down, suggested that you select everyone instead of just selecting my name, and so others can also learn from what question you have. And something like personal, you don't share it with someone, you want to share only with me, just select mine from the drop down, and you can send me a private message. Okay. Now, guys, you understood about that small hand button. Can you click on the hand button right now so I know that everybody followed? So go ahead on the hand button, guys. Everybody followed except Saujanya. So let me unmute Saujanya. Saujanya,
Yeah, sir.
do you see a small hand button on your WebEx application on the right side?
I found.
Yeah, that's it. There you go. So guys, if you have any questions, go ahead and click on that button. Okay. So I'm putting everybody on mute, and I'm going to start screen share and go ahead and start our first session today. Okay. As every subject boring theory, even Informatica has got a little bit of boring theory, and take time, maybe hour 15 minutes, just to give you the basic fundamentals of Informatica and data warehousing, and then we can move on to our practice sessions. This training consists of 30 exercises, out of which will be going from very basic intermediate to advanced mappings. Okay, and you will more and more as we advance in the sessions. Hopefully, our admin might send you the content documents that will explain you how we have guided this training in 3 phases, and I'll explain you that once we complete our presentation today. Okay, so go ahead and begin our first slide. Now, guys, data warehousing. What is data warehousing, and why need data warehousing? Now, the slide we have taken from W.H. Inman's book CIF. A data house is a subject-oriented, integrated, non-volatile, time-variant collection of data organized to support management needs. Okay, what object-oriented, what is integrated, what is volatile, what is time-variant? This we can Latin because my first Informatica class. Most of you guys might have the same question. So I have broken down this definition in simple English language in my next slides. A data house is subject-oriented, integrated, non-volatile, time-variant collection of data organized to support management needs. What is integrated, and all that we will see in our slide. But in a plain English language, in layman's term, a data house is nothing but a huge database organized in a particular fashion, have long snapshots of data. You have all historic data. Historic data means data from 10, 20, 30 years. Why do we capture this data in data warehouse? For future analysis, for R&D. Okay, and give you some very good examples in our next couple of slides. Okay, so Chinmon's definition of data warehouse is what currently you're seeing on the screen. Similarly, Rolf Kimball. Now, guys, let me give you 2 names. Dutch Inman, Rolf Kimball. 2 are considered as father of modern data warehouse. Okay, plenty of seminars in I've attended one of their seminars in New Jersey, where the CEOs from all their 500 companies attend these guys seminars. They learn much from them, and they go ahead and implement their methodologies. Okay. Now, what Kimball has to say about data warehouse is data warehouse provides access to corporate and organizational data, which is consistent and dynamic. The warehouse also provides a set of tools to analyze and present information. Now, guys, the concept is similar, but in a different viewpoint. Okay, thing is, data warehouse provides access to corporations, okay, in a dynamic fashion, and also provides a set of tools to query. Like if you want to query something out of data warehouse, use some kind of tool. Like example, business objects, Cognos, these are all BI tools. What do? They where generate reports from? They generate reports from data warehouse. Who's the data into data warehouse? Informatica team loads the data into data warehouse. Okay. E team, Informatica team, data team. These are all the names of Informatica team. Okay. Now I'll also explain you the landscape of a data warehouse model. Is used almost 70 to 80% in most of the North American clients. Okay. Now, what is the need for data warehouse? Need. Now, guys, the answer to that is reporting purpose. Reporting. Why do you need a report? Now, take a small example from Walmart. I worked for Walmart some back, and that's when I understood all the concepts, clearly, like why they are using data warehouse. What was role as Informatica developer? It was like a learning experience for me. Here, I've taken one small report. Okay. Now, the report explains New Jersey. Okay. There is a store in New Jersey which makes around $60 million every year. New York, $44 million. Kenya, $75 million. Similarly, Colorado, 20. Now, looking at this, the C or the CFO or the CEO, they will understand that the store in Colorado is underperforming. Okay, less compared to the stores, and switch their focus on this particular store and try to investigate why this store is not well, why the sales are not happening properly, and what needs to be done so that sales can come up. Okay, who did make the decision? Say Colorado State is underperforming and needs my attention. By looking at this sales report, who provided this report? The team provided the report. From where the BI team got a report from? From warehouse. Where the data popped in the data warehouse? Informatica team load into warehouse. Okay. Need of data warehouse folks in these days is for reporting and analysis, decision making. Now, what strategic decision making I will tell you in our next classes. I have very good example of Uber stores and Walmart stores. We'll see that in our future classes. Okay, so that need for data warehouse. Now, in definition, we view words like a data warehouse is subject-oriented, non-volatile, time-variant. Uh, what is word subject-oriented? What is subject-oriented? And why do we load that into data warehouse in a subject-oriented fashion? Now, let me tell you this example once again about the Walmart stores. Now, guys, Walmart are a retail giant. Okay, they have stores in US, Europe. Yeah, they do this with variety of sister companies. Okay, Sam's Club is their sister company. They are into wholesale, but they do have their physical stores as well as their website. Okay. So the Walmart preparing a brand new data warehouse. Okay, and all that data warehouses are their sales data warehouse. Okay, why are they preparing this sales data warehouse? So that they can load transaction data all every day, whatever transactions are happening across the globe, they want to set data into their data warehouse for their access purpose. Okay. Now, would they simply loading the data every day into data warehouse without organizing? Difficult if they don't organize, because Vault has database. Okay, today millions of transactions happen. Every transaction has to be saved. Okay, they don't organize the data. The query will be very difficult. Query means you put the data into data warehouse, no problem. But if you try to query it back, okay, if trying to search for a particular transaction, it will take a lot of time. Now let's one example is you have a library. Okay. You go to library. For example, you want to rent a book, say cookbook. You want to cook home and you want to find some recipe. You want to get a cookbook. Now, if you go to a library, okay, and in the library they don't have ALF. Instead, they have a pile of 10,000 books, and you just have to go there, search your book, and then find it and take it. So from the 10,000 books pile, you'll end up a day, and it's not guaranteed that you will find your book. So if you don't organize your data, you end up searching for the data. And it will take a lot of time. You will find the book at least in 2 days, but you wasted 2 important days. And so if the library has aisle numbers, say for example, all the cookbooks aisle number 5, option related books in aisle number 4, IT related books in aisle number 1, you to aisle number 5, find recipe, whatever book you're looking for, you take the book and you check out. Simple. Within 5 minutes, the job is done. You go into go to the particular, take the book and go out. Able to go to the library, you ask somebody. You example the library assistant. Now, library assistant know that the book is aisle 5 because they are people who organize the data. Okay, the books. They have categorized the books as per the subject area. Okay, categorize, say IT books, okay, go to aisle 1, cookbook to aisle 5, comics and storybooks go to aisle 6, etc. etc. The principle applies to data warehouse also. Okay, huge amount of data coming from, say for example, the data coming in from Amazon stores. Okay, Walmart has got 150 stores. Every store just millions of records every day. So the data from American stores is going into the sales data warehouse. Store from Europe, they generate millions of records. Okay, Walmart is present in Germany, London, in so many European nations also. So the data from Europe is also captured. Partner systems, for example, SAS Club. SAM also generates millions of records. So data warehouse team, the guys is or in the as per the subject area. So for example, US, Sam's Club, Europe, okay, warehouse, they organize the data as per the subject area. Now, say for example, if CEO of what corporate, okay, see what are the sales for fiscal year 2011 from US. Okay, team or they read the report out of the data. Now we'll have the pointers, guys. They won't scan for the entire database. They will go to data mart. Okay, new term, data mart. What is data mart? You have house. Okay, of house is called data mart. Of multiple mart is called data warehouse. Okay, here we get the data in your data mart. Okay, so the team, the Cognos business objects or Hyperion team, simply generate the report out of US data. So if you want to generate the report out of Europe, the team will simply generate the report from Union Data Mart. So they are organizing the data as per the subject area, so that whenever somebody wants to search for a record, it is very fast. Okay, subject oriented. Non-volatile. Non-volatile means, guys, this is again a data warehouse concept. Non-volatile means once you enter the record into data warehouse, it gets deleted. Period. Okay. There is no concept of deleting the data from data. You can insert the data, you can update the data, not delete the data. See, once if something happens, you can read the history. Okay. For example, some politician got killed yesterday. Can you go back in time and can you make live? No. Same one record enters into the data warehouse is there to stay forever. Okay. Now they have so many test cycles. Okay, regression testing. Functional unit testing, regression testing. They will 5 to 6 rounds of testing before your code moves to production. Run the job in production, and when you're loading the data into the warehouse, it is pure, 110% pure data. Once the data is gone into data warehouse, you cannot delete it. Okay, it's called non-volatile. Okay. Next, what is time variant? Time variant means, guys, data in the data warehouse is from from historic periods. So, for example, Walmart has a data warehouse from like 95 onwards. 85, 95, 2005. If someone asks the BI team to generate, hey, what were the same January 2001? They can give you the report. Okay, so the data house is years ago, and that for analysis purpose, for research purpose. Now I have a very good example. Some of you may dispute, why do we need to capture historic data? Why can't we have just most recent data, like yesterday's and today's data? Why do we care about 10 years back or last or 2 years data? Why do we care? This or any industry, they forecast future. Okay, to forecast, they need to look back. Okay, they need to look back in time. Only they will be able to make future decisions. For example, a watch store. Okay, example, there is a store in New York. Now the standard of Walmart, there is a Christmas holiday season going on. A lot of people shopping. Now he has to order inventory for his store, so he can have his store filled up with inventory. All shelves are nice and full with stock. He doesn't want his customer to go empty-handed when they come into the store. For example, he wants to order LCD screens. Okay, to order LCD screens because he has seen that so many people have it. Now, will he just make decision? Okay, let me order 100 LCD screens for this Christmas. Customers will be happy. They'll buy all the LCD screens and will make a lot of money. Now, just taking a guess. Okay, 100 LCD screens is not enough. What he has to do is he has to look back. What are the sale figures in 2010? What are the sale figures in 2009? What were the figures in 2008? What were sales figures in 2007? So what he encounters is, in 2007, we sold 200 screens. In 2008, we sold 800 LCD screens. In 2009, we sold 30 LCD screens. In 2011, 2010, we sold around 1700 LCD screens. So 2012, we just 100. Gradual increase to 600 LCD screen sales every year. So looking at that historic data, he ordered 800 LCD screens for 2012 in his store. So a customer comes in, they will the stock and will take that and buy it. That's how revenue is generated for Walmart. Now, as that store manager ordered 2 LCD screens just by guessing. 2 LCD screens were sold out by 21st of December itself. Okay. Now, customer coming in on second, they're not able to find. Okay, they find the stock. They're going to Best Buy or they're going to the store and buying it. Huge loss for the company. An average store of what around $2-3 million every day in holiday season. Can Walmart afford to lose $2-3 million? No, cannot predict anything. They have to take calculated. They have to look back, have to analyze, and then have to order their stock. They can't just order. Okay, let's bring in 200 screens. Let's bring in 100 routers and 200 keyboards. No, they can't. They have to do a proper analysis. They have to see how many we sold last year, and then order the stock. So how are they looking back? They're getting the data from. Getting data from the house, because data in the data warehouse, it's your data, all transactions, all the sales figures are loaded in data warehouse. Okay, the reason the data is loaded in the data warehouse. Tomorrow, if you want to do some access, you have the data. Okay, means historical data loaded or stored in the data warehouse for your future analysis or forecasting purpose. Now, very good landscape of data warehousing. Like, say, for example, most clients, almost 90% of clients, whoever have a warehouse implemented, is something like this. Now, let me explain you what is now. Sorry, let me bring marker. Now, again, take the example of Walmart only. Now, Walmart does business from www.walmart.com. They have stores. Okay, stores. And when you check out, right, when you buy some goods, when you go to the checkout, when you pay bill, they will get receipt, and the transactions are loaded in mainframe system. Okay, Walmart's mainframe. Okay, the external companies like Sam's Club, also a subsidiary of Walmart only. Consider it as a sister company. Even generated from is loaded in mainframe. Now assume that this is DB2, this is and this is say web service or something from 3 different sources. Okay, from 3 different sources. Now have ETL into 2 teams. It means extract, transform, load. Inca team is called by a variety of name, guys. E team, data extract team, okay, Informatica team, okay, teams. ETL team 1. What one does is they use Informatica to connect and extract the data, raw data, and into the staging area. Now, this is the staging area. Staging area is a temporary landing area for the raw data. Okay, the raw data is staged here. Okay, where cleansing will take place. We will clean the data, we will process the data, and then load the data into data warehouse. Who does that? Serial team only. ET2 does is extract the data from staging area, apply the business rules. Okay, apply rules and loads the data into database. Okay, one simply extracts the data from all those systems and loads the data into staging area and he into data from staging area, applies the business rule, and then loads into data warehouse. Now you have question, right? Someone can load it into data warehouse, but this is a good practice. Now assume example of a water purification plant. Okay, is say for example Nestle. Nestle is a huge, big company. What they do water and they make millions of dollars. Okay, for example, they go to a spring where water is flowing. Okay, they into this. Okay, first they go to unit. Water is cleansed. Okay, and it is purified and bottled. That water is packaged and it is stores from excuse me, from water. Then they simply fill the bottles directly from that river and put it on your shelf because the water is unpure. Okay, it is not clean. So you have to take the water, put it in a process unit, add some minerals, chemicals, clean it, kill the bacteria, and then package it. Similarly, in Informatica, with the data also, whatever you extract from legacy system, right, there might be junk data, bad data. You want the data go to data warehouse. Okay, so base the data and then the business rules and load it into data warehouse. Folks, hopefully, if at any point you're not following something, please raise your hand and you can. Okay, once the data is extracted from systems loaded into the staging area, from staging area we load it. What is data warehouse? Data warehouse is nothing but combination of charts and cubes. Data is nothing but a subset of data warehouse, a small part. See, a cube is nothing but a multi-dimensional part. You can multi-data marts. You access to multiple data marts, 3 view of data. I think some question. Let me see who has a question. A couple of questions here. Let me, I see there are so many hands raised. Guys, please lower your hands. Please click the hand button once again. And only guys who have questions, leave it. Okay, so Saurabh.
Can you what exactly the junk and bad data you were referring to?
Yeah, sure. For example, we extract these systems, right? Say, for example, Sachin, Amin, he Walmart. Now, issue with what credit card company? Okay, and he had some dispute. So he goes and calls the credit card company for a dispute, and they do fix it. Now the calls guy, okay, and he loaded record. He had Sachin Amin add up his address. So for example, in OHO or something, he put OHO, mistake or something. Okay, we don't want this kind of data going into database. We want proper data. So, say for example, zip code 43017. Zipper format. For example, if the caller guy, while typing into his notes, he put 47, that is invalid. Okay, so in process, which this error. Okay, when he is typing the notes, he such in spaces. All spaces are treated as one byte, characters, null. We don't want this because your target table might have only 2 character for first and 20 character for last Okay, so many spaces in the beginning, and then he added such in. There is a chance that your target will look only like this, gone, eaten, because chunk value at the beginning. Is it making sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Then you had some question.
No,
Go ahead. Okay. You're good?
One more question.
Yeah, go ahead.
You were telling about the two ETL teams before. So those both are part of Informatica team, and both be done inside Informatica, or you have to use other procedures?
No. See, Informatica team, say for Informatica team is one. We have 10 developers. Okay, of 10, 5 people are assigned here and 5 people are assigned here. They both report to the same Informatica manager. Following?
Yeah. And it's only in Informatica, right?
Yes, Informatica is the application which will be using both.
Okay. Now
in 5 questions and answers now. Now hope everybody is following, because we kept things as simple as possible, but do not hesitate. 2 options if you're not following. Let me go sequentially from top to bottom. Divya, first of it.
Good.
Okay. Imran. Late.
Yes, I did.
Follow?
Sorry. Yeah, I did. Thanks.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. So you mean to say that staging is part of data warehousing from your
Yeah,
slide?
absolutely.
But why is it two parts, like staging and data warehousing?
Here is a temporary storage area. The data will not be stored, but the data warehouse will be stored forever.
Okay.
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 Pata.
Yeah, for now.
Okay. Jeet.
No, Sachin. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm good.
So far.
No.
Shiva. Okay, welcome a minute. Saujanya. Good.
Actually, Sachin, I didn't understand about the cubes, what you say.
Cube is nothing but it is a part of final target. See, if you have this is a concept of B actually. If you've known something about Cognos, this is a reporting tool. Okay. Now what when Cognos developers, right, when they build framework, okay, create cubes. So a cube is nothing but real tables of which are interlinked to each other by some kind of constraint like primary, foreign key concept. Okay. If you combine that entire set, we drill down and you can slice and dice the data that are in your cube. Okay. But in simple English language, consider a cube as multiple tables inter each other.
Okay, I understand.
Okay. Devi?
Yeah, I'm good, sir.
I'm fine.
Okay. Something?
Yeah. Actually, I forgot to ask you.
Mhm.
Staging area.
Okay.
Is it something where Informatica have repositories and it saves the data there?
No, absolutely not. Staging area is outside Informatica network. Here is a database. It can be Oracle or DB2, where Informatica loads the data. Okay, it extracts the data from legacy systems and loads it into that staging area, so that you can process the data in the staging area and then take the data forward. As the data is taken forward, staging area will be purged or truncated.
Okay, and the staging area and the data warehouse, the both should be of a similar, like if the staging area is ORCL, then the data warehouse also ORCL. Is it like that?
You can say yes. So the table structure, so for example, in staging, you have 20 columns. If if that's what your requirement is, that you need 20 columns in data warehouse, you will have 20 columns. Okay, it also have a scenario where you have 50 columns in the target data table. Okay, now first get from here your table, two tables, and you bring the rest of the 30 columns. That makes your 50. In this case, you are joining two tables and loading into your final target table. Saurabh,
Yes, I'm
followed?
good. Thank you.
Okay. So now, dates backend processes. And I've included this is your terminology. Okay. So when you start working in Informatica world, once you are well versed, abstraction, data cleansing, data transformation, loading, refreshing. Okay, abstraction means nothing but extracting the data from various source systems using Informatica. Info tool, guys. Very helpful tool. Extract from anything, it can load it into anything. Given we can extract it. Okay. Now, what the way Informatica functions, guys? Informatica Corporation is a very big corporation. They build softwares. Informatica Power Center is the base version. Okay, single license for Informatica is around $300,000. Okay, say for example, the base version Power Center supports Oracle, Teradata, and DB2 and SQL Server. For example, SAP, you want to extract the data from SAP. Will it take a Power Center's work? No. You offer an additional license in order to extract data from ERP systems. Now the adware called Informatica Power Connect. Informatica Connect is a plugin which installed on top of Power Center. It's a Power Center. Don't get me wrong. You need but you install a patch. Now the patch will enable you to extract from SAP. You extract from PeopleSoft. There are so many systems nowadays. For every unique system, Informatica provides such, and each patch costs hundreds of thousands of dollars. Okay, that's how they make money. So extraction is nothing but extracting the data from various source systems. Data means clean junk value. So for example, right, Sachin, they misspelled something. Now I need to correct the data. Okay, I have so many spaces on the left hand side, right hand side. I need to clean those spaces and only take the pure data. That is called data cleaning. Data as from source, I need to convert it to all into target. Okay, so for example, data transformation means I have employees data where is, say for example, different employees have different salaries, but I want to give 10% bonus to all the employees. So I'm transforming the data by adding 10% bonus. That is called data transformation or processing. Okay, I think we have. Yep, sure. Go ahead.
About the data cleaning,
Mm-hmm.
the bad data. But what if the data is correct with the parameters, but data is wrong?
If wrong, then you have to filter that record. So for we have a requirement. I only wanted to load the data in target database for East Coast regions. Avian, say for example, OH, NY, NJ. Okay, you have something called XX. XX is neither state nor a region. filter that record out, filter the bad data. Okay, identify the bad data. So xj. Okay, if nj, it is xj. Use certain rules. Say you find xj or x default to nj because okay in Informatica, then we'll correct that data. Okay. Sort of following.
Yeah.
Loading is nothing but loading the data. Sending the data into your target system. Reef means nothing but copying data from production systems into development environment. Okay, so the team, they can have good quality of data so that they can test their code properly. And we will about that reshing and all that in our future days. Okay, this process you will be dealing with in your day uh, routine. Now, schemas. Now, data warehouse has got two important concepts. Okay, star schema and snowflake schema. Now, what are these schemas? Why are they called star schema? Why are they called snowflake schema? And what is the difference between them? Okay, this is a pure data concept. Okay, star schema. Guys, see, let me take a step back. A schema is nothing but okay, uh, an area where you list of tables. Okay, and a list of tables. See, Oracle is a you create so many schemes in it. Okay, and you be given user IDs and passwords to connect to every schema. Okay. Now, in the warehousing, right, you have two schemas which are very important. Schema, Flex schema. Now, so many new concepts, Galaxy schema and what not. But the core concepts. Let's go and see what schema is about. This your star schema will look like. Now, schema is nothing but star schema. Okay, let me. Okay, schema is of dimensions and fact table. What is and what is fact table? This is again pure data warehouse concept. Let me spend time here explaining this. Okay, whatever we are doing in data warehouse is all about data. Now, this categorized into two types: data, okay, and action data. What is and what is structured data? Data means for example, let's take customer data. Now, customer is something name. So, say for example, Columbus, Ohio, 12356, run US. Okay, the customer data. Okay, in the data you have two types, same master data and transaction data. So this is called master data. Customer, you have transaction data also. Okay, ID whatever 100. How much spend? Spend 12012. What transaction data? Now understand this carefully. MAR is always loaded in dimension tables. Transaction data is always stored in fact table. Repeat. Master data, okay, and data is also stored in tables. And will have fact table will have measures. Measure means the value for and the date times time. Okay, what transaction amount, when the transaction happen, all these are called measures. Okay, these measures are always loaded in a fact table. Now, the dimension tables and fact tables are always interlinked to each other. Okay, dimensions are connected to a central fact table. Okay, customer ID is 101, name is Sachin. He made $100 worth of transaction. So 101 and Sachin are in a dimension table, and this 100 reads in fact table. But the key for that is this one weighted as foreign key here. Whatever primary key in table will be treated as foreign key in the table. So you can join these two tables and retrieve the transaction record. See for all dimensions, product dimension, supply dimension, geographic dimension, and they're all key for. Okay. Now understand more as we go forward, guys. We have some nice exercises. Our I think 12th or 13th class. Okay, based on this schemas. Now let's look at a deeper dive. Let's understand what these schemas are. Now let me go to the next slide. A star schema looks like this. You have product dimension, you have local dimension, time dimension, or dimension. Now there are keys in all four dimension tables. See, there is a key, primary key, primary key. Primary keys are used as foreign in the fact table. What are the dollar and the time? Okay, so that's schema. Schema is nothing but combination of dimensions and fact table. Okay, now some of you might have questions. Why only one fact? Can't we have multiple facts? You can have multiple facts, no problem at all. Okay, this is just the basic, and what is called star schema. Why it is not called XYZ schema? The reason it's called star schema is the look of schema. That's why it's star schema. Other reason. Okay. Now, guys, another thing. Okay, I think we have a question. Let me take that question first, because very important that you follow this. Jaya?
Yeah, what we have more than one fact table, then how will it be in a star schema? Because it will not follow this diagram, right?
Right. So have additional fact, tables. You might not call it schema, but it is still, star or snowflake schema.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I want to add one more fact table here. Okay, it might not be star schema or snowflake schema, but it is a schema data warehouse.
Okay.
It loses its name, but people will still call it star schema only because that is the name given to it. Okay. And if it gets like too complicated, you have multiple dimensions, multiple fact tables, they will call it as galaxy schema. Okay. Now, so we have a star where dimension tables are linked to the fact table. Okay. Now look at this diagram. Now what is? Let me go back. Schema, snowflake, star, snowflake. Now the difference is there are some additional tables attached to a dimension table. Child tables to every dimension tables. Additional granularity of the data. Denormalized. More available in snowflake schema. For example, you have a dimension table. Okay, you don't add more columns to this table, but you want to create a different entity. Okay, and load the columns there and use those additional entities wherever needed only. You can do this in a So data normalized. Okay, star normalized. Only absolutely need is available in star schema. In schema, some additional data is also available. You can, query additional data whenever you need. Okay. Why it is like schema, guys? See, how does it look like? It looks, isn't it, as its own child. So it is snowflake. That's why they named it as snowflake. No other specialty reason. But let me make sure everybody follows this. Starting with Divya.
Yeah, super. Good. Thank you.
Okay. Imran. Imran, can you hear me? We'll come in a minute. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a doubt. Like star schema and snowflake schema, even snowflake schema, all many dimension tables are related to one fact file. I mean, what do you call that? I just.
Yeah, that is absolutely correct. See, in snowflakes also, there are all dimensions are connected to single fact. But a dimension table has an additional child. You have that concept in star schema.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. As soon as a child is attached to a dimension, the name is changed to snowflake schema.
Okay. Even one that
Even
child
one.
is attached. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
As soon as a child is born, you're no longer alone. You're no longer single. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Can you please explain one fact table and dimension table?
Yeah. Let's go back to star schema. See, dimension table is master data. Fact has transaction data. What is data? Customer name, customer address, phone number, zip code, country. All are called master data. Okay. What customer spend? How much did he spend? What is the dollar amount? Okay, dollar amount is a fact. That dollar amount is a measure. Okay. When did he make the transaction? On what date? Okay, two things. Your dollar and time. These facts, the measures. A question of dimensions and fact is your schema.
Yeah.
Following?
Yeah. Thank you.
Ranjit.
A small thing like the snow is any shape or something like that, or it's named in such a way that
Named based not shape but its characteristics. Dimension and has a child. See, it. Have you seen snowflake? See a snowflake when you're driving. When a snowflake falls on your dashboard,
right,
on your, it will look something like this.
right,
Okay.
right.
Now this is called your dimension and called your child.
Child, right.
Okay. Here, this is your child.
Right. It's interesting. Like as like star, there is shape for snowflakes, right? Like.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Okay. Saurabh.
About like child tables are also dimension tables, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You multiple facts here also. Yeah.
Yes, so snowflake schema.
Mm-hmm.
Add more than two child tables to the dimension table if you need more information. If you want
You
information.
See, yes, absolutely. See, you definitely add. Now, here, your data modeler or your data architect, okay, they to analyze. Is adding an additional table solving our problem? I accommodate the same columns in one table, now the small decisions they will have to take because there is so many other things involved: performance, database size, unnecessary bandwidth is allocated. Okay. So that decision and another thing, learning the schemas and all that. As Informatica developers, we don't own this area. We are learning this just for our information. Client, every project has data modeling team. Okay, data modelers are senior people who knows the business, who knows the landscape of that client in and out, and these are the people who will be designing your star schema, snowflake schema, or galaxy schema. They create the schema. They will give that model to your DBS. They will forward engineer or engineer that schema into physical tables, and that tables will be given to Informatica team to populate. In this example, we are about is what we need: the table name, dimension, and the columns. That's what we need. Okay.
Hey, one more question.
Yeah.
About the child table, it will have a key, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how that primary key will be related to the fact table?
How to route the data? So you go from child to parent, parent to fact.
Okay. So the primary key won't be put in a fact table as a foreign key in fact table.
No, the primary key of child table is not present in uh, uh, fact table usually. You're from your parent.
Okay.
Seen cases where in ad hoc methodology or agile methodology, they add the foreign key. Let's not go there. For now, thumb rule is you go from parent to fact.
But this agile methodology is method development, right? Does it also come inside
Now what they are doing, Saurabh, follow in data warehousing, we follow what? It has become so complicated. They are bending, they're testing the laws as they want. Okay, there is no such standard anymore that we have to follow this pattern. We are following a pattern till one specific time, but the business rules, when the data became complicated, then what they started doing is, because it's ad hoc and one-time conversion projects, let's go ahead and add the foreign key relation between the child and the fact. But when you have the main, for conversion projects, one-time projects, it is okay. But for interfaces, it's not recommended.
and this is done by Informatica developer or a data management team?
The modeling team.
Or data modeling team, not by
Modeling. No, we see. Let me explain you where we are placed in the cycle. Informatica team is responsible for loading the data into the tables. Informatica team is not responsible for creating the tables, establishing the links of foreign key, primary key. We are not responsible. We don't know how they work. That done by data modeling team, the integration architects.
okay.
Table structures, they create the primary key, foreign key, they give the table name, and they give you the data in which the table is located. And as Informatica developer, you need to go into the table and load the data. That's our job. Okay. Right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Did you follow?
Yeah, I'm fine with this.
Uh, Shweta?
I'm thinking.
Okay. So let's. Okay. Used in data warehousing. There are of tools available in the market, guys. In most used at most of the client places as the primary ETL tool. Ab initio, Data Stage, Oracle Warehouse Builder. These are the secondary ETL tools. Reason most of the companies go for Informatica is they find resources very easily. It has got very good document, very good help and everything. Whereas your Data Stage, they don't have any documentation available. You find this help or ab initio help anywhere online. Okay, but you have abundance of information available because mature tool, it's there in the market for a decade now, whereas tools are 5 years, 6 years old. Okay, and building those applications, they're not up to the market. Okay, tools in BI. What are the tools? Commonly used BI tools: Cognos, Business Objects, MicroStrategy, IBM. These are the BI tools. See, where you have Informatica, you will find one of this. A client has a B team who are able to generate the reports, provide those reports to the leadership team. Okay. Okay. I think Informatica, the works available for Informatica are Informatica 7.1, 8.1, and version 9, which is last year. We doing our exercises in 8.1. Actually, still, R&D is going on. We are trying to install the software and lab because it's new. It is difficult to install that software, integrate it with Oracle. And maybe in another couple of months we'll have version 9 also. I've seen all the in all these versions. As a developer, there is change. Administrator, there is a lot of change. Okay, developers. So we don't care. There are some cosmetic changes, some additional features are added, and we'll learn all that. Okay. Inform architecture. Now, guys, another just 15 minutes more, and then we can conclude our session. I will show you something else. Informatica architecture is a 3-tier architecture, guys. Clients, repository, and server. Now, when you turn on your machine, you can only see client tools. Now, what are the tools? Power Designer, Reporter, Work Manager, Work Monitor, Metadata Reporter. Now, Meta Reporter is out of scope because they are not giving any more additional license to that. Okay. Now, Metadata is used by Informatica administrators to generate the metadata reports. You generate the reports out of repository about the metadata, the loads, the workflows, how many are there, what time they are running. All the admin stuff is done by metadata reporter. It is not a development tool. So ignore that. Okay. So these 4 clients, when you turn on your machine, you will see these. Okay. More about it in a minute. Here is Informatica repository. Repository. What is this repository? Repository is nothing but a database. It is installed on Oracle server. Okay. Install Informatica, you have a database. Okay. Once you have the database, you can install Informatica, and all the Informatica related data is stored in the repository. Now you install Informatica, automatically, around 500 tables will be created in Oracle. Okay. And all the metadata will be loaded in these 500 tables. Okay. Data. What do you have? See, when you build, right, whenever you build a mapping, whenever you import the structure, source structure, target structure, all data will be converted into metadata and loaded into your report. Okay, I think let me unmute. Somebody had a question. Let me.
Does the B2B tool is different in Power Center?
It sits on top of Power Center. IAM, B2B, these are all additional softwares.
Okay. So will it be also, right?
No, no way. B2B costs around $15,000. It costs around $15,000. And I haven't even seen the screen of B2B because B is only used on a very specific scale. Very powerful tool. Same as MDM, Informatica MDM. It's a brand new. They all released in 2019. Nobody can provide you training in B2B or MDM. You'll have to go with Informatica Corporation. Okay.
Okay.
The third is Power Center Server. Power Server is the heart of Informatica. The jobs to your source system, connecting to your target system, all by your server. Okay, server is installed on a Unix machine. Okay, so tools, tree, and server. We care about is this because we don't have access to this because those admin admin will control all that. Whereas line tools, okay. Okay, now under about the client tools, Power Center client tools. These are the development tools installed at the end. This enable a developer to define transition process known as mapping. Says in Informatica, when you build something, right, you don't call it as code. Okay, we don't in a code. Informatica we call it as mapping. Okay, mapping. I've created one mapping. Okay, this mapping will extract data from so-and-so system and load into so-and-so system. Okay, and do we build this mapping in what tool? In which client tool? We build designer client tool. Informatica has got four tools, right? Designer, workflow manager, workflow monitor, and repository manager. Okay, design is the place where a developer spends 80% of his time. Okay, and in our tomorrow session, tomorrow is a very important class, guys. Tomorrow is a navigation class in Informatica. All the windows, what are the windows available, where to double click, where to drag and drop, where to open, all part will be covered tomorrow. Okay, so please tomorrow session, because if you miss navigation round, that's hard. It will be difficult to cope in our future classes. Define time properties for a mapping next session. Now workflow manager, guys, see, if you're not following these terminologies, guys, because it's theory, it's well understood that it is difficult to take all these new terms at a time. But don't worry about it. We bring this PowerPoint slide to you, and moreover, we do the practice, right? All this will automatically you will remember. Okay, because we'll be logging into designer, we'll be logging into workflow manager, we'll be logging into workflow monitor, we'll be logging into repository manager anyway from tomorrow. So just introduction, just basic terminologies, so you know this is called this is called this. That is the only reason we have included this. Okay, to learn or manage anything. Okay, so manager is a place where a developer creates a session. Now, what in our practical sessions? Okay, workflow monitor. Work monitor is a place where you monitor your jobs. Okay, when you execute your job, you need to know whether the job had succeeded or whether it is failed. How do I know? I go to monitor and I see the status of the job. Repository manager is used for admin purpose, but I added that in this thing because I wanted to show you how to create a folder, how to change the user ID, password, etc., etc. In Repository Manager, you create your folder. Again, we'll see it in our tomorrow session. Reporter, you can ignore this. Metadata reporter is used for admin purpose. They generate the metadata reports to find out the status of the repository, what is the case, how many sessions, workflows, okay, other logs, and everything are generated through metadata reporter. Okay, and what our repository is in a detail. Repository of Informatica tool. Repository is kind of data inventory where all data related to mapping source target is kept. This is where all the data of your application is stored. And Informatica server data from repository. Intent server without a tree is the PC without a memory hard drive. Got the ability to process data but has no data to process it. See, this is repository. All the metadata pertaining to Informatica is loaded. Now, if you don't have repository, it's same like a computer which doesn't have hard drive, like Pentium processor or a quad core processor, 16 GB of RAM in your laptop. But if you don't have hard drive, what is, you don't have hard drive, you don't have processing. You have the processing power, you don't have the data to process it. Okay. Informatica Power Center server is the place where all the execution takes place. All the jobs which are running on Informatica are kicked off by your server. Server makes full connections to source, target, and it fetches the data, applies the business rules, etc., etc. is done by your server. Server is like your brain. Whatever we've seen in the past, we have taken here in a detailed format. Like what is a designer is used to create mappings. Okay, design is used to create mappings. What is mapping? Map are type of metadata that you create to specify how to move and transform the data between source and target. See, Informatica mapping looks something like this. Let me show you. If you have these boxes, okay, these are transactions. Okay, X is source, extreme right is target. Okay, mappings are type of metadata they create to specify how to move and transform data between source and target. The source is my target. And these three are the transformation rules. These are your business rules, what you specified. The thing is called mapping. Okay, mapping is stored in a folder. Show how to folder, what is the folder in our practical session tomorrow. Workflow Manager is a place where you create a. Now, what is not right to discuss? We'll see in our practical session. Okay. But what is anyway? Is process of executing the thing. Create a designer. Okay. Create a designer, right? We can screen. So for that mapping, you need to create a session, but it's created in Workflow Manager. Okay, we'll see this practically. Right now, you will not follow. Okay, absolutely fine. A session is created in Workflow Manager. That's what you need to know for now. Other can workflow manager do it can schedule such job. So for example, you want to run the job every day at 1 a.m. in the night. You do at 1 a.m. and run the job in Informatica. You schedule it. Info has got a beautiful scheduling tool where you schedule the job at time and it will run the job. Okay, he is using this scheduling tool anymore because in time third-party tools like okay enter the third-party tools which schedule the jobs in Informatica. The reason they are not using scheduling tools is Informatica scheduling they are not using. The main reason is Info cannot schedule other jobs. So, for example, I have a deputy. My phase, my SP job has to complete. Once it's complete, then Informatica job should run. Okay, Informatica scheduler cannot schedule an SAP job, but OS or Unicenter can. Okay, can schedule an SAP job, Informatica job. It's a dependency. These two. If SAP job is succeeded, only run the Informatica job. Otherwise, don't run Informatica. That is done using third-party scheduling tools. Nobody uses Informatica scheduler. Okay. Monitor, third client tool, which is used to track jobs, whether the succeeded, whether the job failed. If the job failed, why did it fail? Let me see the job log all in Monitor. You can the failed jobs from Monitor, and we'll more in our practical sessions. Example Informatica mapping looks like. Okay, this is going to do for the next 15 days. How to build things, you know, how to connect source and target and etc. etc. That's what we are going to learn. Infra is all about transformations. Transformations are very crucial at the time of applying business rules. Infra has got so many built-in transformations we have to use. Okay, you use transformations to modify before sending it to target. So, for example, getting from source, but I have to transform the apples into orange. So, I use a transformation of target and write logic which is apples to orange. Okay, transformation. See these transformations. And transformation. If you want to calculate a value, aggregate transformations to perform aggregate calculations. Filter transformation to perform filter. If you want to filter out certain records, you can filter using filter transformation. Source transformation. Source collection means the order of the records in sequence. Stored transformation. If you want to Oracle stored procedure, use stored procedure. Analyzer, lookup, joiner, update strategy. These are all the transitions provided by Informatica. These are we are going to every day. And the document which I sent you, a Word document some time back, has got the list of transformations which we are going to learn. Okay, that's it. If you have any questions, please, it's time to ask questions. Otherwise, I'll show you one full demo. With Divya. Divya.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've disconnected your audio, so I think you cannot hear. You can type in the chat window.
Yeah, I'm good.
Devi?
I'm fine.
Okay. Now let me show you my training model. Created this model. This is I'm not to my blog. I have this diagram on my blog also. With this training phases because doing Informatica transformations and doing complex stuff, it will be very difficult on you. So one is I've created three. I've done this is as we do it in real world. These two as staging areas as source. Okay, final data warehouse. We're extracting the data from source, loading into the staging area, adding the data from staging area and loading into our file. That's the ultimate aim. What is phase one? In phase one, I have files. We will use those flat files as source, load to our Oracle. The new Oracle database is called source. Okay, one will extract this data from files and load it into database. The name is called source. The I named this as source database is we go into phase two, right? This will become our genuine source database and we will load it into our target database. Okay, database, target database. Okay, two. So phase one, we learn how to read from flat files and how to write into Oracle. In two, we learn how to read from Oracle and how to write into Oracle. So different things here. In phase two, at the same time, we will also learn how to apply the business rule. Okay, phase two will take at least like 7 to 8 business days. Phase one will take 2 days, and star schema population or the data warehouse, the last concept will take around like 4 to 5 days. Okay, maybe 15 to 10 days. Actually, the if we go without missing even a single third 14 sessions. Okay, this we are going to do now. Now, some of you, so you don't have to worry about it. Couple of guys, you called me this morning and you asked me how would you install software in our laptop. You to see. Now, guys, bear this with anybody. This is awesome job one of our admins has done. You have Windows 7, Windows Vista, Windows XP, or any of the system. Informatica version 6 on your computer. It's 50 GB of hard drive and 4 RAM. Okay, the way we'll be doing is we will be install VMware image on your computer. Okay, it will look something like this. See, the small shortcut button where workstation. Okay, see, this is my base operating system. Windows XP only. I have my Informatica installed. See, when I go to RAMs, I take 8.6 and I have all the software. But let me show how your laptop will look like after we install Informatica in your laptop or desktop. You will small shortcut, double on that. Okay, close. Okay. Once it will open up this VMware window, all you do is click on the power button. Windows XP is installed with Oracle database, all the sample source data, we created all the connectivity and everything. So this version of software is ready to do a lab. You can straight away do the practicals from day one. And this version of Informatica is not connected to our server. This is the independent version. You use this any number of time. It's non-expiry. Okay. You even need internet connection to okay. I am a different XP version where Informatica is pre-installed. Following this, this is a beauty. Let me see my own start button inside, and you can, log in, you can do whatever you want. Okay, giving you, but this is $100 guys. Okay, upload the software on our website and send the soft links, download software, and there's a call, and we can configure on your computer. Okay, just simply click this red button to power off. Simple. You're off Informatica. You're back to your Windows 7 or Windows Vista. Okay, that where works. Okay. Any I think that's it then. I have another. Oops. I've unmuted everybody. Yeah. Go ahead.
Question: does it matter if it's a Mac?
Mac we have done, but you will need a software called VMware Fusion.
VM Fusion. Okay.
So then we can install. I think you can find VMware Fusion is very expensive, but we installed in some of the Mac system who already had the VMware software. You can get the VMware Fusion where we can do it. And maybe I think you can find that VMware Fusion online somewhere. In Tor somewhere you can find.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
As I told you before, I already have I bought the parallel desktop. Will this copy work with the parallel desktop? Because they work similar way, right? VMware and parallel desktop.
Parallel desktop, you mean to say the XP mode in the Windows 7? Is that what you're talking?
On Mac, you can have another Mac or Windows 7 or Windows XP or Vista also, depending on your copy.
So, yeah, if you can have Windows in your parallel system, but have 4 GB of RAM.
I mean, I can configure 4 GB of RAM, but it will be like system in system, right?
System in system. Right. Yes. Yep.
If you can configure your copy with the desktop, that'll be good for me.
Well, we see the reason is the image. It's not a exe file where we install. So, for example, what you're saying is you want Mac and our version of XP straight away. That's possible. You need a base operating system on your
base parallel desktop, just like VMware. What VMware Fusion or VMware does is it's the same parallel desktop work.
Okay. Actually, I can maybe after everybody logs off, right? I would like to see it once.
Okay. All right.
And, tell you.
Okay.
Meanwhile, you can go ahead and download TeamViewer. Do you have TeamViewer already?
I don't, but through web.
Let me show you. See, everybody, guys, please download software. TeamViewer.com. TeamViewer.com is a free software which will allow remote desktop. Just click on this green button. Just say next. It will download. TeamViewer.com. Let type in the chat window. TeamViewer.com. Because what we'll be using day after tomorrow. Day after tomorrow is our installation class. We will be configuring softwares on all the laptops and desktops. Okay, let me show you the schedule. I'm not sure if you've gone through our schedule. tomorrow overview in Informatica. Day tomorrow, 18th, we'll be doing installations. We will have this web session 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. or maybe like midnight actually, because we want to complete all the installations, and we'll be doing parallel installations. We'll have like 5 different machines, and we'll be connecting to your computer simultaneously. So we get as installation as done parallelly. It's not one by one. We can do like 5 things at a time. Okay. So 18th of January we will spend configuring your laptops, desktops, and from 9th we will begin our phase 1. Okay. 2 hours. I think this one will take a little longer because I don't want to break phase 1 into 2 different classes, because all concepts they go back to back. If you take them, there is a good chance that you might get lost or confused. Okay. So the schedule on 20th enter into phase 2. 20th we will learn transformations. 23rd also we will learn transformations. 24th also we will learn transformations. 25th we will learn transformations. 26th we will enter into phase 3. We will learn slowly changing dimensions. Very, very important concepts in Informatica. And we're doing this practically, not theory alone. Okay, SCD1, SCD2, SCD3. On that, we will do a mini study. We'll do a small project. We do it in real world. We created a sample environment document, and I've created some table structures where we have to populate data. And on first, share some good Informatica resumes. I'll share a couple of real-time projects which I did in my past, which will help you in taking the interviews. Because we ask you, hey, what did you do in your previous Informatica projects? Now you need to justify it very properly. Otherwise, straight away catch you that you don't have any experience. That will be discussed in our 31st session. Okay. Around 40 to 50 Informatica files we will be sharing with all enrolled students. All the enrolled students will get free materials, free PDFs from Informatica, Unix material, SQL material, Informatica interview question and answers, etc., etc. I think we have the material here. This will be provided for enrolled students. Now, materials, they are all handmade. We made these documents. What are the questions along with the answers? That is the beauty of it. I have created one of the interviewer questions. So, with hyperlinks. So for example, if somebody asks you what is active and passive transformation, you just click on that and right away take you to the answer. You can print this out and you can stick it in your room and take the interview just standing in front of that wall. Okay. So doing all that in our future sessions, folks. Okay. So if you have any other question, as we can conclude this. Usually we take 2 batches, guys. I have another batch starting at 10:15 p.m. For my Australian students will be joining for Informatica. So we're gonna have classes every day from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. towards, and then we're having another batch. Okay. Go ahead. Yeah.
Like we were talking about like recorded version to somebody. Like if we just go in for that, like your previous things, like your December 2011 or something, is it going to say anything whatever you showed?
Say absolutely same.
Okay, but difference, like, because now you're charging like 400 for that, some lesser than this. So what will we be missing as students?
Difference is you won't have me, because, for example, you're listening to the recorded version. Instantly, you got some question. Now there's nobody to answer you that question. You will have to email me. After 24 hours, you will get the response. In the class, you get that instantly. Okay, and it's live session. You can communicate with other students. You can talk to them. Like sitting in the classroom.
Yeah, I get that. Okay.
Okay. but topic wise, subject wise, learning wise, the difference. See, whatever we are talking today, right? It's all being recorded right now. The server is actually recording whatever I'm speaking. I'm getting this recording today after the class straight away. Okay. So we'll play that recording. If you feel that, hey, you know what, I don't have to sit in the class. If I just get the recordings, I can learn this too. So you can purchase the recordings. You don't have to pay additional $100. You can save $100. Okay. The one thing most of the students, they feel comfortable when they are sitting with me.
Okay. Yeah, I get that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the only difference.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Another question.
If you decide to go with recording, will you to help us with resumes and interview questions more?
Yes, I will be sharing the Informatica. Yes, the interview preparation and everything. It will already been recorded in class 14 or 15 in that recording. So covered on that. Next. Cool. I think if nobody has any questions, so we can conclude our session, guys. We'll be sending out the cloud demo links also. Please attend tomorrow. Tomorrow's session is also absolutely free. And actually the practical session. So you will enjoy more because showing you the navigation in Informatica, like what different screens, different tools available with the Power Center suite. And we'll be creating some sample Informatica jobs tomorrow. Okay, so we'll send out the links maybe in another I think maybe 20-30 minutes. They will go ahead and send out the links, guys. If you don't have anything else, I think we are done for today.